Assalamu alaikum student mathematics 4024. Welcome to Math Guru. I hope you all are fine. I am fine too, Alhamdulillah. Students, I hope your preparation for the mid-year exams is going well. In order to help you in your preparation, I am solving one question on bearing in this video. And this is the same question which we have given you in your math second assessment. A lot of the students were able to solve this question correctly, but there were still some students that were facing difficulty. So I decided to make a video on this question so that everyone can have a look on the solution of this question, and we will also be revising the concept of bearing this in this video, so this video will also serve as a revision as well for the rest of the students. I hope this video will be helpful for you all, and you all know that I have uploaded the topics that are coming in the mid-year examinations on the channel. You can see those topics in the community post, and I will recommend you all to see those topics and start your preparation, because there are 10 to 12 topics that are coming in the mid-year examinations, and most of the topics are from grade 9. So you will be needing a lot of time to revise those topics, and since you all know that you have to practice from the past papers as well, so I will request you all to start your preparation now, because there is not much time left in your mid-year examinations. Wish you all the best for your mid-year examinations. Let's just begin this video by reading out the question. The question says that we have four oil rigs that are positioned at the vertices of a rectangle ABCD. The word rectangle is very important for us, because we know that in a rectangle all the interior angles are equal, and they all are equal to 90. The symbol is showing that these four angles are equal to 90. And the other thing which is given in the question is the bearing of B from A, that is equals to 040 degrees. You know that the bearing is written in three digits. So this is the bearing 040, means the bearing is 40 degrees, and it is B from A. So you know that this word from in bearing is very important. Whenever you have to find the bearing, the first thing which comes in your mind is the north. You have to draw a north, but where do we draw the north? This from word tell us where we have to draw the north. The letter which is after this word tells us where to draw the north. So let's just see whether this bearing has been mentioned in the question or not. So this is from A, so we have to draw a north at A. The north is already drawn at A. This is the north which is at A, and you know that after drawing the north we have to go in the clockwise direction. So this is the clockwise direction, and this is the bearing 40 which is mentioned in the question. So this is given, and this has been drawn on the figure. What we have to find out, there are four parts to this question. Three parts are related to bearing, and one is basically a time problem. So the first part is we have to find the bearing of A from B. The second part is we have to find the bearing of C from B. And in the third part, we have to find the bearing of C from D. So all the three parts are from bearing. So what we will do first, we will start this question by finding out the supplementary angles. You know that this concept is very important in bearing. You need to identify the two knots, and you have to find the line which joins the two knots, and the angle between the inside angle of these two knots with this line. These two angles are supplementary angles, so we have to identify this pair, and we have to find these angles. If one is given, we can find out the other one by subtracting it from 180. You know this concept, we have practiced this concept in the class as well. So we will start by finding out all the supplementary angles, because those supplementary angles will tell us the answer. So starting with the bearing, you know that the bearing is we have to draw north. The first thing is you have to draw the north, and the second thing is where do we draw the north? The letter which is after from. We draw the north on the letter which is after from. The second thing is in which direction should we move? We will always move in the clockwise direction. And the third thing is that we have to write our bearing in three digits. So these are the three key points which you have to remember in bearing. And the method and the trick which we will use to find the bearing is the supplementary angle trick. We have to find two knots, and we have to identify the line which is joining these two knots, and then we will identify the supplementary angles, and we'll find one if the other is given by subtracting it from 180. So this is the trick which we will be using in this question. So I am starting with this line. This is my first north, and this is my second north, and this is the line which is joining these two norths. So this angle which is in between this north and this line, and this angle which is between this north and this line, these are two angles which are supplementary. One is given as 40, so I can find out the other one by subtracting it from 180. So 180 minus 40 will. So this is the first working, and what is that working? I am finding out all the supplementary angles. I am finding out all the inside angles that are between the north and the line which is joining these two norths. So this is the first north, this is the second north, this is the line which is joining these two norths. So the inside angle number one, inside angle number two, these two angles will be supplementary. One is given as 40, so I can find out the other one by subtracting it from 180. 180 minus 40 gives me 140, so this angle is 140. So again, the same concept. Now moving on to this north, this is my first north, this is my second north, and I do not know this angle. I do not know this angle, and this angle is also not known to me. But what will I do? I know that this angle is 90 degree, and this is 140. So I can find out this angle. How? Because I'm talking about this angle. I'm talking about this angle which is starting from here. This angle, this complete angle, this is basically a complete one rotation, or you can say one revolution. This complete angle is equals to 360 degrees, and since I know this 140 and 90, so when I will subtract this 140 and 90 from 360, I will be able to get this angle which is coming out as 130 degrees. So if this is 130 degrees, so this will be a pair of supplementary. So what will I do? I will just subtract 180 and 130 to get this angle. So this angle is 50 degrees. Again, these two angles are supplementary angles because this is my north, this is the first north, this is the second north, this is the line joining these two norths. So the inside angles will be supplementary. If this is 130, this will be 50 because 130 plus 50 gives me 180. This is the first north, this is the second north, and these are the two supplementary angles. These are the two inside angles, this one and this one. And since I know this one, this is 50 and 90. 50 plus 90 will give me 140. I know that 50 plus 90 will give me 140. So this is 140, and since this is 140, so this will be equals to 40 because 140 plus 40 equals to 180, and I know that these two inside angles will be supplementary angles. So we will be using this trick in all the questions of bearing, as you have seen it in the class as well, and we solve the bearing questions by using this supplementary trick. So this is the supplementary trick, and now we are moving towards the question. We will see what we have to find out. The first question is from we have to find the bearing of A from B. So what we will do, we will just draw the north at B. This is the north at B, since the letter after the word from is B. So we will draw a north at B. This is the north, and now we have to move in clockwise direction. This is the clockwise direction, and we have to go till A. So what is the bearing? I have to mark the bearing. I will use a different color. So this is the north at B. So I will start moving from here, here, here. This is the line which is joining C. So I will not stop. I will go further. And this is the line which is joining A. So I have to find this blue bearing. I know that this angle is 140, and I know complete angle is 360. So what will I do? I will just subtract 360 and 140. 360 minus 140 will give me 220, which is the answer of the first part, because this angle which I have marked with blue, light blue color से जो मैंने angle mark किया, this is coming out as 220 degrees. This is the bearing of A from B. So now moving on to the second part. The second part is C from B. From B means I will again draw my north at B, which is already drawn. This is the north at B. Now I will move in clockwise direction to C. So I will move in clockwise direction to C. Let me just change my color. So this is B, and I will now move from here till here. So this angle is already given 130. So the answer of second part is 130. 130 degrees is the answer of the second part, the bearing of C from B. Third part, we have to find the bearing of C from D. From D means I have to draw my north At D, I have drawn my north at D. Now I will move in clockwise direction to the line which is joining C. So this is the line which is joining C, and the angle is already been find out, that is 40. So the bearing of third part is 040. Because it is bearing, so we will just write it in three letters. These are the three letters, oh sorry, these are the three digits. These are also written in three digits. So since they are two digits, so I will just add a zero in the start. Don't add a zero at the end because it will definitely be wrong. So just add a zero in the start. So 040 is the answer of the third part. So moving on to the last part. The last part is a supply helicopter is due to arrive at D, and the time is 8:15 a.m. It leaves its base at 7:33 a.m. and it takes 49 minutes to reach point D. How many minutes late does it arrive at D? So this is basically a time problem. So since it is starting from 7:33 and it is taking 49 minutes to reach the destination, so I will just start off with 7:33 and I will just make it I will add minutes so that it can move up to a time that is equals to a whole number, that is an hour. That is an hour. So I will just add, I will see how much time it is left for 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. So I will just add 27 minutes, and by adding 27 minutes, the time will be 8 a.m. So now it will be easier for me to add the time. So after 27 minutes, the time is 8 a.m. So since the total time is 49 minutes and I have already added 27, so how much is left? 22 is left. So since it is 8 a.m., so after 22 minutes, the time will be 8:22. 8:22 a.m. But the time for reaching the destination was 8:15 a.m. But the helicopter is reaching at 8:22, so the extra time is 5 plus 2, that is 7 minutes. So the helicopter is arriving 7 minutes late at D. So that was the trick, simple trick to find out the answer to this problem. This question has 4 marks, and one each for the three parts and one for this part. So that was all about bearing. In the bearing, we just need to see that where do we have to draw the north, and the letter after from tells us where do we have to draw the north, and then we move in clockwise direction, mark our bearing, and then we'll see what we have in our data, what has been given to us. If anything has been given to us, we start off with the same trick of finding out all the supplementary angles, all the inside angles, and after finding all the inside angles, we will be able to solve these type of questions, as you can see in the solution of this video. So I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you still have any confusion regarding this video or regarding these type of questions, then let me know. I will inshallah try to make more videos on this topic, and I will again request you all to please start your preparation, and wish you all the best for your mid-year examination. Stay tuned with Maths Guru. Take care. Allah Hafiz.